Hello, this is Mike from Talvi. I'm going to give you an end-to-end overview of the entirety of Talvi's AI-powered features. If you're not familiar with Talvi, we're an AI layer that sits over an enterprise's corporate knowledge sets. They're LMS, they're SCORM files, but also SharePoint, Dropbox, wherever you want to connect it to. And Talvi can ingest and make searchable all of the information it can find from any corporate data source. So you're looking at Talvi on the screen now. It's similar to ChatGPT, just type in a question, natural language, and get an answer. It's available through a web browser, as we're seeing here. You can speak into it if you're on your phone. We also have it available as a chatbot if you want to install a chatbot on your website, your LMS, your intranet, wherever you might want to put it. Talvi is available in lots of different ways. For today's demo, we'll start off with some data from a financial services business. Let's imagine a scenario. I work in a bank. Someone's walked in with £10,000 in cash. I think it might be money laundering, but I can't remember everything I learnt on the money laundering course 6 months ago. I've asked my colleagues, they don't know the answer. I've searched SharePoint, don't get anything. I've searched the LMS, don't get anything. All I want to know is how do I handle a £10,000 cash transaction? If you've got Talvi, you just type that in. Talvi searches through the LMS, all your SCORM files, SharePoint, Dropbox. It identifies the 100 most likely candidates that contain the answer to this question, whittles them down to about 20 on the second pass. On the third pass, whittles them down to the 5 data chunks that contain the answer with 99.9% recurring certainty, and then passes them to the LLM along with the question, and the answer comes back that you see on the screen. To handle a £10,000 cash transaction, do these steps. And for the learner, they might think, oh yes, KYC documentation, fantastic, straight back to work, brilliant. But if they want a bit more reassurance, a bit more information, they can look at the more detailed tab down at the bottom here, and they can see the step-by-step procedures. But they're also shown the source files that Talvi used to generate the answers. So we're giving learners the context. These answers have come from your verified sources. They've got the confidence that these are 100% accurate and they're not hallucinations. So one of the files used for the answers was this video. I'll turn the audio off for now, but if I start playing that, you can see the video is queued up 3 minutes 15 through a 6-minute 53 video. We don't have to spend our time scrubbing away trying to find the answer in the middle of a long video. Talvi will take you straight to the moment of need. If the answer was contained in a PDF document, again, Talvi opens that PDF at the exact page and highlights in yellow the exact bit of text that tells you where the answer is. So you're getting verified answers from your approved data sources, and you're taken straight to the contextual moment where the answers have come from. Let's start a new chat now and see how we handle SCORM. So I'm going to ask the question, how do I handle pay slips? To handle pay slips, you must ensure, etc., etc. You can see the answer on the screen. So again, we get the answer in seconds. We can look at the more detailed step-by-step procedure. And we can also see the files that we use to generate this answer. In this case, these are SCORM files. Talvi can open SCORMs, and it can open them at the exact moment where the answer is contained. If this file had been served up by an LMS, chances are it would force you to go through about 5 or 6 sections, click next to continue multiple times before you got to the answer. Talvi bypasses any restrictive SCORM navigation and takes the learner to the exact moment of need. In this case, Talvi found 2 SCORM files. So again, we can look at this one as well. And again, it's going to bypass restricted
Let's look back at the
navigations
key learnings from
and take us to the exact page. If we want to dive further, we can have an AI file summary. So we can summarize SCORM files. You can see the summary on screen now. And if someone's really interested on this section here, again, we've got built-in navigation tools. So we can take people to different parts of this
This
SCORM
is
file
so
in
unfair. I
seconds.
know I should have.
And again, if the learner wants to explore this topic even further, they can get the Talvi coach involved. So now we have an AI agent that's a coach. He's reviewed this file, he or she has reviewed this file, and again, we can start a coaching conversation, dive into the file. Talvi gives us suggested questions, but we can get more and more detail out about this particular topic if we're interested in. So We're providing answers, we're providing context, and we're now providing a coach to work us through this particular topic. On this particular query here, I'll show you now Talvi Nuggets. So Talvi Nuggets are brand new content that is created from the content that Talvi's already found on a topic. So if I wanted, say, a how-to guide on the subject of pay slips, Talvi will find the 2 or 3 SCORM files that it already found the answers in. It will find all the information on pay slips that might be buried deep inside those SCORM files, and it will originate some brand new content in a matter of seconds. So if you've got out-of-date files, if you've got a SCORM file that was built in Captivate 6 months ago or 6 years ago and you've lost your Captivate license, you can't extract content from it, you've lost the source files, you've lost the videos, no problem. Talvi will allow you to create new content on how to update employment records in a matter of seconds. Talvi Nuggets come in multiple flavors. If I want to create a brand new one, we can create lesson plans, how-to guides, checklists, customer support scripts, info sheets, knowledge quizzes, and flashcards. So loads of really interactive new content types that you can generate in seconds from your existing content library. That's most of the learner view. We'll come back just at the end so that we can see this. But very quickly, I will now move into the back office. If you're an L&D person, this is where you'll spend your time. You've got all the dashboards in the world. You can see what people are searching for. You can see the trending topics. You can see top file types, top queries, active Talvi chats, most active users, queries in the last few days. So all of the data you'll ever need to justify your investment in Talvi. More interestingly, you can go and have a look at Talvi Nuggets. I just created one a moment ago. You can see what your users are creating content on inside Talvi. You can see your knowledge gaps. And we even have an AI agent running in here who can give you recommendations. So based on your learner behavior, here's the stats. Payslip management's been asked for 50% of the time. There's a knowledge gap. Usage tables, keyword analysis, and then at the bottom here, Talvi will give you, the L&D department, actionable insights with a priority and a confidence score. So my strategic recommendations from Talvi: develop additional content on environmental sustainability, enhance training materials related to payslip management. So you get all of the data you'll ever need and recommendations on how you can improve your learning based on how your learners are using your Talvi system. I'll now look at the Talvi data cleaner. A lot of our customers are saying, well, looks fantastic, but what happens if Talvi finds an old, out of date, or just plain incorrect file and starts giving answers from that? Well, the RAG search eliminates a lot of those cases, but we now have the Talvi data cleaner. You run this once when you get hold of Talvi, and anything with a 100% score on the left is an exact match. In other words, you've got 2 versions of this file clogging up your file system, clogging up SharePoint, Google Drive, Dropbox. Mark one of them for deletion. So immediately get rid of your duplicates. That's relatively trivial for AI to do, but this one's much more interesting. Here's an 87% match. So Talvi's found 2 files that are 87% the same. You wouldn't want Talvi to decide which one of those to delete. So you get the human in the loop. We can go full screen on these. The files sit next to each other, and the red dots at the bottom here indicate the moments in the file where the changes are. You don't have to scroll through 600-page PDF looking for page-by-page comparisons. Talvi will highlight the changes. Again, human in the loop, I can decide which one of these 2 I'm going to delete from Talvi. Last thing we can do is a belt and braces keyword search. We'll just search for the word cash. So before we go live, let's search for everything we've got that's got the word cash in. Let's check this video. Again, I can full screen it. Just scroll down so we can see the transcript. And the red dots along the bottom are every time this gentleman says the word cash. So we can go and check all of our files that talk about cash. And if I can see here, cash deposits over £10,000, and I know that our cash limit is now £20,000, I can delete this file. It's clearly out of date. So you can cleanse your corporate data set. When you decide to commit your deletions, here are the files it's going to delete. It deletes these from Talvi, but you can also download a full list of all the files that you have to delete to give it to your IT department and get them to delete them from SharePoint, Dropbox, Google Drive, or the LMS. So you've now got a guaranteed clean data set. Last few things to show you. We've got our advanced dashboard where we can bring in model context protocol. Within Talvi, we have model context protocol in and out. So we have an MCP tool store. You can connect Talvi to one of over 10,000 or any of over 10,000 MCP enabled services like GitHub, Slack, Gmail, Figma, you name it, we can connect to it. We also have an MCP server. So if you want to see your Talvi confirmed sources of data being viewed in Claude, ChatGPT, Copilot, we've got services that will allow third-party AI products to interrogate Talvi. Very quickly, just show you that one. And just close this one. So this is Claude, and I just asked Talvi about handling complaints. Here's what Talvi found from these particular modules. So we can connect up third-party AI services to Talvi. But within our super advanced area here as well, we can also create brand new Talvi AI agents with our custom AI agent studio. No expertise required. You can just build out brand new agents. So let's imagine I want to build out a new sales agent. Well, here's a predefined sales assistant that's got a set of skills related to sales. So I'll choose that one. I can now define the salesperson's mission. You're going to be a sales products expert. So here's all of your prompt engineering. Again, you can put your own prompts into here. You're helpful, concise, clear, commercially aware. You never invent features or overcomplicate explanations, etc. So if you're familiar with prompt engineering, you put your own prompts in. You can use our predefined prompts. Choose the data set that it's going to connect to. So we'll connect up to the sales support database. We're going to choose our MCP server of Talvi. And the last step is, how does this agent come out? Is it a Talvi AI agent, an embeddable bot? Is it in Slack, Teams, API, WebSocket? Save the agent. Oops, sorry, let me choose now. Is that where I put type? Save the agent, and we'll call it Mike Sales Agent. I've now created a brand new AI agent for deployment in Talvi. And if I go back to Talvi here and switch the agent, so as a user, I can see lots of different agents and choose the one that is most appropriate for my current task. I've switched over to Mike's Sales Agent. My logo is switched to Samsung because this agent is all about the latest cameras and data available from Samsung. So I can ask it, tell me about the latest camera specs. It's now searching a completely different data set. It's searching the Samsung databases, and it will bring me up the latest camera specs that I'll see here in a moment. So build and deploy brand new AI agents in seconds. There's the camera specs, and again, here's the files that Talvi used to generate these bits of information. It jumps me to the appropriate page in the A57 guide, all about the latest cameras and so forth. There it is. That's everything you get in Talvi, just about. Thank you for taking the time to look at this. It's been a long demo, but Talvi's getting more and more feature rich. Hope you enjoyed it. My name's Mike from Talvi. If you want to get in touch, we're at talvi.ai, and I'm Mike at talvi.ai. Thank you for your time.